Hi, my name's Penny. Welcome to my channel. Today, I guess I'm doing an unboxing. Well, sort of. So, I live in New Zealand, which is very far away from everywhere, and most box subscription type things are really expensive just in their general cost once you do the currency exchange, but also the shipping usually works out to as much as the box, if not more. And I just cannot justify that cost. So I always watch people doing subscription box unboxings and I really enjoy watching them, but I'm a bit sad that I can never kind of have that same exciting experience. So I started thinking, what about if I just make my own box for myself? I'll pick a book that I like, I'll pick some items that I think relate to that book and that are actually things that I really want, and then I'll share them with you. It'll be not exactly the same, but still kind of fun. Also, because every item in the box relates to a particular book, it's going to be a bit of a guessing game for you because you can try to see at which point you figure out which book I'm going to pull out. Now, if you've watched some of my earlier videos, you've got an advantage because you'll know some of the books that I've liked recently. But otherwise, you still might be able to guess it. We'll see. So let's start pulling some things out of the box. I'll try to start with the vaguest things first and get to like better clues as we go. And then you can let me know how long it took you to figure out which book it was, or if you figured it out at all. Also, I have this box, it's way bigger than all the stuff in it, but like it's the box I had and I couldn't justify getting another box. Whatever. It's down there. You can't even see the box. I could not even have a box and it wouldn't even bother you. So the vaguest thing in the box is this Lush bath bomb that I bought for $5. It is intergalactic, which is, to be honest, a bit of a stretch to say that it's related to the book. Possibly, if you know the twist, it's closer. Sort of. But to be honest, I mostly just made my argument that this is related to the book because I like bath bombs from Lush and Intergalactic I think will be really pretty. So, figure it out yet? Probably not. But this does give you maybe a slight clue to the genre. I can't decide which thing's the next most vague. Probably you're least likely to have heard about this one. So the next item in my box is this brow pencil. To be honest, you can probably tell I don't give my eyebrows that much attention. I really just don't care enough. I probably should. Anyway, one of our characters in the book that is in my box has alopecia, so she has lost all her hair, she wears wigs, and also every day she draws in her eyebrows. And at one part in the book, she starts writing messages in her eyebrows. It's a key piece of her character, and really I should probably pay more attention to my eyebrows. So here's a pencil. I didn't buy it for this box. I already had it, but maybe it's a reminder that I should try to do something with these. Maybe. What I do care about is this next item, and that is this One Day Hair Color by L'Oreal. I don't know, I bought it from the supermarket. I think this was $10. Ooh, very expensive. I used to always have my hair dyed different colors, like the character from the book. She dyes her hair different colors every day. Unfortunately, these days I have to work in a corporate where I can't quite get it right way with crazy colored hair all the time. But this one day stuff means I might be able to do it for a day. I bought it to try it. I haven't tried it yet, so I guess, I don't know, let me know if you've tried this and you found it good. It would be awesome if, like our character in the book, I could just change my hair color every day. It would be essentially a dream, and we could agree that technology has finally got where we need it to be. So we're 3 clues in so far. Have you guessed it yet? Who knows? So the next thing I have is kind of a double clue, so who knows if that will help you. So this is a little red panda notebook. I actually made this and I When I came up with the idea to make it, I thought it would be kind of terrible. I haven't drawn anything for a long time, and it is probably not constructed as precisely as I should have, but I'm still pretty happy with it. How this relates to the book is that one of our characters has a red panda for a pet. So there's a red panda. And also in this book, there are parts of a ship's log. So the log that you have in a spaceship. Another clue to the genre there. So this, I decided to have a notebook that could be a little log. I could use it as a log, a ship's log, maybe. I don't know. It's just a cute notebook, really. Quite happy with it. So that was your final clue. I do feel like if you've read the book, you will now 100% know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't read it, I haven't really told you anything that you would have likely heard in any synopsis about the book. Except maybe me. But if you've heard a review of the book, I know I mentioned some of those things. But anyway, let's stop blah blah blahing about it. The book is Invictus by Ryan Groudon. So this book follows a group of time travelers. It's really hard to hold this book without the light doing crazy things. Although probably not as crazy as my last video. So this is set in a future where time travel is pretty much an accepted part of the world, but there's also a lot of regulations around time travel because no one wants to risk going back and screwing up the past. So you essentially have to go through this training thing to become a time traveler, and then there's all these strict rules about how you time travel. And this follows a crew that doesn't follow the rules. They essentially go back in time, and just before an artifact is about to be lost, they steal it and bring it back to the future and then sell it for a lot of money. But obviously at some point in the book they run into a bigger disaster that they kind of have to work together to work around. I really love this book. It was a lot of fun, so I would definitely recommend it. So that was my book box. I guess let me know if you guessed it before I got to the end, or if you've read Invictus, let me know what you thought of it. And I guess one other question would be, if you were going to curate a book box, what book would you put in it, and what items do you think you would associate with that book? I definitely found it a lot of fun to put the box together, so I might do something else like this again in the future. Let me know what you think. And I guess that is all for today. So I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you next time.